Hi, I'm Mary.
And I'm Katie, and this is The Housewife Did It.
Pop Culture Edition. We're back.
We're back.
You missed
Thanks,
us.
thanks for letting us take a break. Not that
Yeah,
you had a choice.
yeah. Welcome. If you like our show, you can subscribe, follow, share, comment, nice things. Give a review. And then you can hop on over to Every Jules and use the code 788. No, wrong. Use the code Mary788 for money off of your jewelry order at EVRY Jewels. And I believe Katie has another deal for you.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do it now, or they have to
Sure.
wait?
We can just do it now.
Okay.
This is your last chance, so we won't hide it in the depths of the episode this time. It's your last chance to use the code TS12 for 12% off select items in our Bonfire store.
Mm-hmm.
The last day to use that is this Friday, also known as Showgirl Release Day, also known as October 3rd.
Yeah.
That's what we got. I think I've got a pretty short episode for us today, depending on how much back and forth we got.
I
But,
have so much to say.
I mean, we've got two very hot topics, but not a
Mm-hmm.
whole lot of stuff. So, we'll start with the tidbits, as always. Taylor Frankie Paul is, and every single time I want to call her Taylor Jenkins Reid, who is like one of my favorite authors and just happens to be like a 3-named Taylor. And I'm like, who?
Taylor Allison Swift.
Yes, I don't call her
My
that
kids asked
usually.
me. My kids asked me yesterday why I won't stop talking about Taylor Swift. I said because she's the best, and they said, I was like, did y'all? But here's the thing: when they announced the Life of a Showgirl on our school announcements, and the class that I had last year, you could hear them screaming from down the hall. I said, those
Good
are my
job.
minions.
Yes.
So don't you worry, friends. You'll get there.
Yeah. So Taylor Frankie Paul is our new bachelorette. Um, First question, did you see this coming?
No.
I did afterwards see that like some people had predicted it, and I was like, literally, how?
I had seen people suggest it,
Sure.
not necessarily predict it. I I think that the main reason I didn't see it coming was because of the suspension of the
Sure.
Bachelorette. Like I didn't know who they would pick if they had another Bachelorette, and I also kind of thought that they wouldn't make another season.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I guess I should
but
have known that if they would do something different. But
yeah.
how is this going to affect whether or not you watch? Were you gonna watch? Like whenever it came back, did you think you would watch?
I guess it would have depended on
Sure.
who it was, um, or what the season was offering.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as much as I want to hate Taylor Frankie Paul, I am so into the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I am appointment watching Dancing with the Stars.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be watching this. I love Mess.
Yeah.
I do not think she was a good choice.
I think this is what I think. I think she is a very bad choice for
Mm-hmm.
what we know the Bachelorette to be and the
Mm-hmm.
values that we know them to have. If they
Mm-hmm.
are truly willing to throw that out the window and to say, we're going to take ourselves less seriously, this is about drama, this is about
Mm-hmm.
ratings, this is about mess, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Count me in.
Yeah.
But what I don't want to see is Taylor Frankie Paul get on the show and them try to right reasons her and you know what I mean? But I listened to her call her daddy interview and I feel good. Like she doesn't sound Alex Cooper kept asking her on the Bachelorette, they do this, and she's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever. I also am having so much fun that she's like still making content about
Yeah.
it. Like
Yeah.
we've never gotten this like pre-show content.
Yeah, not since Claire Crawley. And we all know how that went. I also think that like she's super young, but
Yeah.
she does have 3 kids.
Right.
And not a great relationship.
And like public
Like,
mess. We've never known any bachelorette's dating history other than their dating history on The Bachelor.
Right. And like not great romantic relationships with either of their fathers. And so like maybe she like thinks it's like a reset for her and like she does like actually want this, but I do not think that anyone she picks that it will last.
Yeah.
To be quite honest.
Yeah. Yeah, she
and
talked
do they
about,
have to be Mormon?
She said no.
Mm-hmm.
She said they don't have to be Mormon. I think she said that like she would like them. She likes to learn about other religions and faiths, and like she would like them to have like something that they believe in. There was a bunch of stuff Alex asked her, like, would they get a rose if they don't have a job, or like stuff like that. So she sounds like she's very into like people doing weird shit on the first night. Like she's gonna like that. Which if they all listen to her interview, they're all gonna know that.
Right.
So I think we should expect some performances. I also think like she talked, I couldn't really understand it, but she talked about like the fantasy suites and like having sex. And I think what her point was that like she doesn't like or doesn't want any more or whatever for like her sex life to be like public.
Yeah.
And it wasn't necessarily like she was saying like she would wait for marriage to have sex. I think she was just like, I'm not going to do this on and television. Like talk about it. Right. Yeah. And then she was like, and I certainly wouldn't, she was like, I wouldn't have sex with 2 people because if someone else did that to me, I would think they don't care about me, which was good. Like, yeah, intellectual consistency that like, it's the same shit that what's his face did to her. One of my favorite moment in her interview was when she said, I don't really watch the show, but do you remember on Kelsey's season?
Yes.
And her point was that like they went into the fantasy suites and they never talked about it. Yeah. Like they didn't need to. And I think she was trying to say like, that's probably what I would be like. So I will be there. Okay. Like this is the thing. I want to give up on Big Brother. Sorry, I looked at the screen on Bachelor, but like, if this is what you're gonna do to make it different, then fine.
Right.
I'll take it.
If you're giving mess,
I'll take mess.
I will accept mess. This
could also have to do with why I'm seeing jokes already with the Golden Bachelor, but the Golden Bachelor started, and I saw a clip of, I'm obviously not watching it, where Jesse was like, so do you care if they're over 60? And he was like, no, like it's not about age, like it's about like, I don't remember what word he used, like energy or spirit or something. And Jesse was like, but that's not what you said on that podcast. And part of me is like, Jesse's like
eye twitching.
I almost had to fire you and start over. But I also think that's probably, this is the path they're taking now, is like making things funny, making them messy. Oh, look, you went viral on the internet. Makes you even more useful to us, you know?
Yeah.
I just hope they don't ever do Paradise like that again. I'm good on that.
Yeah. True.
No thanks.
And can you imagine having a bunch of men on Paradise that dated Taylor Frankie Paul fighting for money?
I know, right? I know. Did they start casting before they announced her, or is it only people who genuinely want to date her? Because honestly, as much as I'm like excited for her about that, that's a red flag. And she said,
if you want to date Taylor Frankie Paul, you're
specifically, she said like I'm afraid people are gonna think I'm a swinger. you know?
Because you were.
Yeah. She also was talking about some guy that like she had been like with recently, that like not like with, but like they had been dating. And she kind of like was like, yeah, I mean, he knows I'm going on the show, and he said if I don't find anyone, like we can talk again when I get out. And it's like that's kind of refreshing. Like we don't. It's like a big taboo if people go into being the lead of a season and they've talked to like anyone in the last few months. So, or maybe he'll show up. But I think that was like kind of refreshing for her to be like, I am single right now. I'm allowed to date. Like,
yeah,
but I'm not with him.
Yeah.
So, Summer House is getting a spinoff. We've not.
How did I not know this?
So, like, the way that they posted it to me was not like obvious. It was just like clips of stuff, and it said like, "Would you want to something in the city?" ? And but then I've read articles about it, and it is apparently confirmed with a working title of "In the City."
Oh,
I don't know. But basically, it's going to take place in the city, and it'll cover the same time frame basically. So it'll be like Labor Day to 4th of July. So I don't really know, like, is this literally gonna, like, have they filmed this and it's gonna be happening? Because aren't they doing a season 10 of Summer House? Don't we like know that? Or they did?
Yeah.
I don't know. So like, was it filmed together and we're gonna see the same people, or like is it starting next year? I don't really know. But what we know is we have Kyle.
But I feel like the Summer House time frame goes from like 4th of July to like end of August, early September.
You're actually right.
Because Amanda and Kyle's wedding was like early September.
Yeah, you're right. It goes like 4th of July to Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
I guess.
So is this like
before? I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
Still not very interesting.
No. What we know so far is that we will have Amanda and Kyle cook. We will have Lindsay Hubbard, and they will be bringing back Andrea Denver and Lexi. But
who cares about Lexi?
Whatever.
Andrea.
Heck yeah. In other Summer House news, Paige DeSorbo tells us that she was offered and turned down Special Forces. She said, "Why would they think that I would do that?"
No, yeah, literally.
And I thought, why would they think that she would do that?
And I thought, who would ask her that?
Yeah, that's silly. Special Forces started yesterday, this past week. Brittany Cartwright. I'm so sad about this. Brittany Cartwright said, really, she is here because she wants to prove everyone wrong, especially her ex, who was texting her right up until the day she left, telling her there's no way she's going to make it anywhere. She's not going to make it far at all, and she wants to prove them wrong. And then Brittany is the only person who went home on the premiere episode. And she just kept saying, like, I'm having a panic attack. I can't breathe. I don't know what I'm going to do. And the guy was like, do you want to leave? And she was like, this is so embarrassing. I didn't want to be the first to go, but I can't. And then she quit. And then when she was by herself with the camera, she just said, I fucking knew I'd be the first to go. And I was like, I'm so sad. Man. I really thought Teresa Giudice would be the first to go.
Yeah, that's true. But she's like a workout.
Sure.
Like hardcore workout girly.
They have multiple people that are there in pairs. It's like Sean Johnson is with her husband and stuff.
Okay.
So, and then they split the pairs up. So Teresa is not with Gia. They have to be separate, which is hard, I think, for her. But, the Sister Wives guy, Cody something or other, is on there. And literally his first two, like, confessional diary room clips, whatever you want to call them, first thing he says is, at the risk of sounding sexist, buddy, just stop talking. He said, at the risk of sounding sexist, what men want is to be respected, and what women want is to be loved. So I don't care if you love me. I want to be respected. And then his second confessional, he said that, like, doing hard things is how you know that you're a man. and then he jumped out of a helicopter. Boom. Hard things.
Okay.
Also, though, about Special Forces, all of their confessionals are filmed before. So it's like,
Yeah.
they don't know what happens to them. But that's going to be a rough watch, him. He's a freak.
I'm actually feel like he would go home pretty early.
He's got to do hard things because he's a man. Although he's not going to, the way that the guys talk to you, the people in charge of you, it ain't respect you're getting. So, like, I don't know how he's going to handle it when they scream in his face.
Right.
I do not feel good about I was about to say the Mormons. Is he a Mormon?
I don't think he's a Mormon. He's just a polygamist.
Sure. We'll see. We'll find out. Speaking of the Mormons, Salt Lake City is back. I love them so much. Everyone's starting. The first episode didn't have Lisa Barlow, and everyone's like, "Wait, Lisa Barlow, the star. We can't do this without her."
Don't worry. She's
in there, guys. Yeah. Really, the only thing, like, it's a bunch of drama and storylines that we haven't seen play out really yet. But the thing I want to talk about is that once again, Mary Cosby and her son have just absolutely wrecked me.
Yeah.
It was, I was like, how does he do this?
He looks like a baby. Like,
I know.
When he walked in her room, I was like, I swear, like, I thought he was, like, older than he is. But, like, he literally looks like a baby.
Yeah. I was like, he is going to do it again. He's going to say some shit that's going to go viral, like the unseasoned chicken thing. Like, he just, I don't know, the way that he's able to describe it to her, and honestly, the way that Mary reacts every time I'm, like, blown away. We all know in real time that Robert Jr. has continued to struggle with his addiction. He got arrested recently. But in this episode, Mary talked about, like, basically, like, she was like, we've had to decide, like, to just take a hands-off approach. Like, that he's an adult and he has to do this for himself. And, like, he's taking it day by day and we're here for him. And I, like, I think a lot of people might disagree with that, like, maybe now's the time to helicopter mom. But, like, I'm on Mary's side with this. Like, he's a grown-up and, like, it's, you do have to let him do it by himself. Giving him a house he can stay in is a great start. But yeah, so I was really impressed by Mary. I tend to be when it comes to her parenting. Robert Jr. shared with her basically that the hardest part of this is, like, literally just, like, changing your, he says, like, your rituals, but, like, your habits. Like, he's like,
your daily routine.
I used to come home every day and I did this, and then probably it caused me to, like, relax or sleep or whatever, but, like, that was what I did. And that's the hardest part. Like, the part you miss the most is just, like, this thing you're doing every day. And I think, like, I don't know, it kind of just speaks to, like, yeah, you can be in rehab for 30 days, but, like, it doesn't rewire what you've been doing for years.
Yeah.
You know? And it was so sad when he said unhealthy sources, and she said, like, what? And he said food, and she, like, took a breath of relief. Like, that was all he was going to say. She was like, okay. And then he said, and drugs. And, like, that was so sad. I was weeping.
Yeah. I actually, like, am, like, continuously, like, impressed by how they're able to, like, navigate that on television.
And that he keeps, like, agreeing to it.
Yeah.
And, like, I saw an article, I didn't read it, but I saw the headline that just was about, it was her talking about, like, that in some ways she has, like, been regretful or fearful of having him on last season to talk about it. And, like, sure, right? Like, it opens everything up, and, like, now he's in the headlines and stuff. But yeah, I've been very impressed. I have to remind myself sometimes that, like, Mary is still running, like, a cult, like, mega church.
Yeah.
Because I find myself being very, like, I love her.
Like, you find yourself being, like, very drawn to her and
Uh-huh.
willing to be led by her.
Right.
And
I would literally be my mom, please.
right.
Thank you.
I will follow you anywhere.
Suddenly
Mary.
I'm like, marrying your grandfather, not that weird.
Yeah. When she started talking about her grandma, Sammy said, "Is that the one who she's married to her husband?" I said, "I don't know."
No, that one's dead.
No, like, she was talking about a grandmother and like
Who
things
is
she used to do with
dead?
her grandmother. And
Sure.
Sammy was asking, "Is that the grandmother who left Mary a husband in her will?"
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, I hope I wouldn't give Mary like all my money or anything, but like maybe I would let her lead me.
Yeah, maybe I would.
Um,
She would buy so many fun things.
yes, it would be so fun. All right. I know you haven't really had a chance to look at this, so before we move on, any tidbits popping into your brain?
I just like, Love Island games, fun.
Fun. Do you
Enjoying
like
that.
all the different, like, I know obviously we're not watching Malta or whatever, but like, are you
Yeah.
liking having all the different people?
Yes, I love Nicola. I love Celine, but Celine, she's on Below Deck this season. So
Mm.
like I was already watching her. Our dad follows her on Instagram, so we know that he's watching her too.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
He does love Below Deck. And
mhm.
Bravo Celebrities.
Anyway, so I knew Celine. I think she's so funny. I like her. So I wanted to watch her. I know Kendall is obviously the people from this past season.
Chris is just putting his foot in. I mean, I'm only like 2 episodes in, but like, I cannot imagine the first thing out of somebody's mouth being like, when we've all been on TV, being like, I'm sure you know me.
Right. Why would I know you?
Yeah.
Why would I know you? I just love listening to Listen to talk. And then I don't want to spoil anything for you,
I've seen
but
some things.
also, this is your own fault for not being caught up when this is our job. I am loving finding out the lore of like past seasons. So like
Sure.
Isaiah, like the girl that Isaiah got runner up with is now on the show. Um it's
That's
like watching
fun.
them, yeah, like watching them navigate, because like like when he opened, he said like everyone, like, I cheated on this girl after we dated for a year, so like that's been a huge conversation between them.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that makes me, I'm like, now I kind of want to go back and watch other seasons almost.
Sure.
That's really interesting. I love Garby. But yeah,
Do you love KK?
I don't. And you might not either here soon.
I loved KK. Like,
I don't love KK because I love Nicola.
cool, understood. I did see some Chris Nicola content.
No, not that.
But I liked KK on her season. It was very like Serena and Cordell, her and Keenan were
Yeah.
like, they were together from day one. He did some fuck shit.
Yeah.
She forgave him, whatever. So I feel like I remember liking her, but
Yeah.
like her watching her this season on Love Island Games, like, again, I'm only 2 episodes in, but like listening to her. Okay, when she first was talking about Keenan and she was like, and then I followed him, like, I was like, okay, cool, like self reflection, like she's making fun of herself, like whatever. But then she was talking to Tyreek, who I hate, and she's like, I'm bored and like whatever, and I was like, oh wait, this girl's just like toxic, like she's just messy,
Yeah.
and that's all she wants. Like,
Yeah.
it's giving like Huda.
Yeah. It really is. And like I Yeah, so again, not to spoil things for you, I suppose, but um KK is no longer there.
Cool.
And the way she went out, like she was just very like mean. The whole process, like leading up to it, she was very mean to um Nicola, and I just did not like it. And yeah, I don't know. I wasn't a fan of like how she handled herself, and it was like very like Huda reminiscent. Like she was like she yelled at Nicola and she was like, "You're not a victim." And because Nicola was crying, and like it just was like sad, I think.
Yeah.
And
That sucks.
it was just I just felt like it was really immature, and I don't like Chris, and I
Yeah,
don't like
no, Chris
Tyreek,
sucks.
and I feel like the fact that those are the two guys she was interested in, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But whatever. Yes. And I'm loving it. I really hope like someone comes in who like loves Nicola.
Yeah.
She deserves it.
Yeah. In kind of Love Island news, I forgot Huda hard launched, well, Louis from All the Shits on Netflix in a very public and grand gesture asked her to be his girlfriend. And so they have hard launched that.
Netflix approved it.
Yeah,
She's allowed to talk.
apparently she's allowed to talk about it now. That was one of the crazy. And she like basically immediately admitted on the internet, like, I just didn't want to talk about it. So it's like that's so
I
silly.
like that I'm like people who like love Huda and are like, y'all are just like not like sympathizing with her. Like I'm like, she says some shit like that and you're like, and how are you not like, okay. Okay, Huda.
They literally heard it and they're like, oh, Netflix won't let her talk about it?
Yeah. They believed her?
Weird.
Like they would believe her if she said she was a vampire?
Maybe.
But yeah. I like Love Island Games. Love Island Games is like the Bachelor in Paradise of the Love Island world.
Right.
And so basically it's the same as Love Island.
Right. But games.
There's already games in Love Island.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think the main difference is that like the games determine if you go or stay, who you're coupled up with.
Yeah. I heard that Chris got mad at Ariana for coming every day. Or something. I saw that somewhere.
I don't know if he got mad.
Or was he like joking?
I don't remember who it was, but one day she came in and they said, like, it might have been him, said like, you're here, like you're here every day.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, but also I feel like he's just a titty baby.
Yeah. All right.
So
let's move it along to Big Brother. Basically, Zingbot did what we all wanted. I can't imagine Mary coming on this show and saying like, this is like Scandal for me. I need them to give me more. Keep these people on the show. And I can't imagine it going better for her than all of these things.
I know somebody like everyone who's like, please let Morgan go home. I'm like, absolutely not. They have to go to the final two.
Yeah.
I want to see this through.
I wouldn't mind
the very end.
I wouldn't mind if someone flips up on each other right at the final three. Like that could be interesting too. But like they definitely needed to make it to this part together.
Yes, don't let them out of that house yet.
No.
They are digging themselves so fucking far into a hole. Like, I feel like even Kelsey is probably like, keep them in that fucking house.
Yeah.
Like, Let
Yeah.
them do this shit. Let's see what
Yeah.
happens.
I want to see how far he'll go when he thinks he's still in a relationship with me.
Right.
Or maybe. So Zingbot did what we all wanted. First, called out Vince for being a loser.
Mhm.
That's it. And then maybe this is sexist that he only addressed the relationship part with Morgan, but then he calls out Morgan for being in this cheat mance with Vince. She was pissed. I've never
We talked about it
I
for like
know.
2 days.
I know,
Like,
but
she
I've
was
never
like,
seen.
and what did he say? What did he say again?
I've never seen Zingbot have to like let himself out. He's like,
Yeah.
I guess I'll go.
Yeah.
Bye. I'm obsessed. We talked last time about how like Big Brother just doesn't air shit and like they try to like keep things really whatever. No. Pluto and Big Brother, they are playing the Vorgan clips. It is a part of their social media strategy now.
Mhm.
And I love it. So good. I first saw this conversation on Pluto's Instagram from the live feeds. So Vince and Morgan have a conversation where he asks her, like, I tried to like recount this conversation to Billy and I couldn't even.
Mhm.
It just doesn't make any sense.
No.
They're laying in
There
bed
is literally no context.
and he says, they gave us a little more context in the show, I guess, that like she said, like, are you okay? What are you thinking? And he said, like, I'm trying to think of an analogy. She had to help him with the word analogy, because he's a loser. And he says, if you were a statistician, I'll just fix it for him, because that's not what he said. If you were a statistician and the percentage was 0, I would be okay with that. He's not necessarily asking for one. He just said, just so you know, if you were a statistician and your answer was 0, I'd be fine with that. And Morgan said, what are you asking me? I feel like I have this conversation like damn near memorized. I'm like, and he's like, just that, just that like I would be cool with it. And she's like, are you like asking like what I think you're asking, or is the percentage you're talking about like the one that I'm talking or thinking about? And he's like, yeah, yes it is. And she basically says there are factors that will not allow herself. That's like all the phrase I needed. I cannot allow myself. There are factors that make me unable to allow myself a percentage at all. But without those factors, the percentage would not be 0. And I thought for a second and I said, oh no, what if Morgan's like stupid and she's like misunderstanding?
No,
Like
Morgan is stupid.
she thinks that he's professing his love for her. And when she says, is it what I think? And he says, yes, she's like, oh, it's that. And what if it's not? Like, I was like, what if he's asking like the percentage she's going to take him to final 2, the percentage he would win at final 2? But then I realized they're in a room alone in the middle of the night. They would have no reason to be speaking in code about the game. Keanu's not there. No one's there listening to them talk, so they can just talk freely. Are you actually going to take me to the end? If it's 0% chance that you're going to take me to the end, you don't have. I'll be okay with that. They're talking like that because of the fucking cameras. Right. And I don't know if they think that like if they make the conversation boring enough, like the cameras just won't even be on them for the live feeds, or then it won't get aired or whatever. Because if your girlfriend sees this, what do you think she is going to think you are talking about?
And like if I were on Big Brother, I would expect Sammy to be watching
the live feeds. Yeah.
He better be fucking subscribed to everything to watch my ass. So like like
That's
that's
what I'm
the part
saying.
that
Like,
I
did
don't
he think that if he
understand.
talked about a statistician, they would just be so bored that they'd go? But why
Right.
would they go to sleeping people? You're talking in the middle of the night. They're gonna be on you
Like,
whether you're talking about Curious
yeah,
George or not.
right. Everyone else is a fucking sleep.
Yeah.
That's the part that I like can't wrap my head around is like you like like there are cameras fucking everywhere. Even if you think they're not going to air that video, there's a camera recording it.
Right.
Right?
And feeds
And
are
so
posted. It's not
right.
just an edited show.
Right. And so like that's the part that I don't understand. And I like genuinely like I hope he comes both of them. I hope that they come out of this and they are hit with a Nicolandria amount of videos.
Yeah.
That they are forced to sit and watch and they're like, "Oh my god, like how did I not realize what I was doing?"
Right.
Or like,
And
how did I pretend for so long?
Yeah. And like
that I didn't realize what I was doing?
before when Keanu or whoever first brought it up, they said like, well, these people in the house think this, but they're not seeing us all the time. So there's
Mhm.
no way like America thinks this or Kelsey thinks this because they see us in rooms alone when the house guests don't. But I
Right.
think that is starting to change for
Right.
Vince, and he is
I
starting to
think
realize.
he is aware.
Oh yeah, for lots of other reasons, but I think that the reason that we'll get to this, but the reason Kelsey being missing from some stuff bothers him so much is because I think he knows like actually possibly the worst scenes are when I'm in a room alone with her. So if they think that not seeing me talking to her in the middle of the night, Kelsey might be pissed.
Yeah, but I also think that he like has like come to terms with the fact that she probably is no longer his girlfriend and is just like leaning into that.
Sure.
Yeah. You know, like pull a Janelle, sit in the diary room and say, "Kelsey, it's over."
Yeah, I also think like it really feels like we're watching JoJo Siwa and Chris Hughes. And like this is kind of how JoJo was. Like you could tell that she knew by a certain point in the show, or that like they were gonna need to have some discussions. But JoJo and Chris were, I don't even know. This is like a crazy thing to say. And I didn't watch the live feeds or even the show, so I could totally be wrong. But from what I've seen, it's also possible JoJo and Chris weren't that bad.
Yeah.
They were really touchy.
Yes.
But it was like less intimate.
Like, yeah. And I think there's like the added layer of at the time, viewers would not have considered that JoJo Siwa would be interested in a man.
Sure.
And so like it was like very touchy and like we talked about it that it was very touchy, but I think that like and I think we said like could go somewhere, you never know. It's not something I would like my partner to be doing, but part of what had like bonded them early on was him like defending her to Mickey what's his face about like making fun of her sexuality and like gender identity and whatever. And so like I think that it felt a little more innocent because it was like rooted in this like understanding of like I'm here for you, I'm accepting of you and like who you are and who you love, and like wasn't built on like anything that seemed romantic. But
it was like we just watched her like grow in her sexuality more than like cheat on someone.
Right, because she like confided in him a lot about like what like identifying as like queer over a lesbian and like all of these things, and so they have like more to their friendship. Like I don't hear Vince and Morgan talk about anything else except like sleeping in the same bed, forgetting their towels.
How much they've hurt each other. They're always hurting each other.
I know.
Christ.
You've never touched my block. That sounds dirty at this point. Kelsey, he's never touched my block. Don't worry.
I also, what was that? There was something I just thought of. Oh, I like am picturing, obviously I have no way of knowing, but like in my head, I'm like, I wonder if Vince and Kelsey have watched this show. And people sit in bed together a lot. And if there was some sort of discussion that was like, obviously, boys and girls can sit in bed together on Big Brother. You sit in beds downstairs together to talk. You sit in beds in the age, like whatever. It happens. And I think that like where it is, because I was watching and I was thinking of like all the other men and women who have sat in a bed together, and I didn't think anything of it. But it's like I think the part that like no one, no girlfriend or Kelsey would ever think to say is like, maybe it shouldn't be the same person for the entire season who you're always in a bed with and you don't spend any time with anyone else.
Right.
And you're rubbing each other in the bed.
Right.
Like people share the HOH bed, but not with a committed partner.
Yeah.
Okay.
When Keanu said, "But you do rub his back."
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
True. Yeah, I think, and like, I think that's part of what like Kelsey's like statement has been is like we did have like these in-depth discussions of like what I would tolerate when he's away and like what could be used as like strategy, gaining friendship, building like jury trust, all of those things. And like a hard line that I drew was flirting with other women or like having any kind of like intimate touch with another woman. And he's done that now. And so like I think that probably would have been part of their discussion is like can I align myself with other women? Like, blah, blah, blah. And like the other thing is like he's like, Kelsey's not jealous. Kelsey's not jealous. Why are you having these conversations before you leave them? But like also, she was right. It's not maybe not jealous. Maybe she doesn't trust you. And also it makes me wonder, has this happened before? Why are you having to sit down with your boyfriend of 7 years and be like, please don't flirt with other women on national television?
Yeah.
Like, that's not something that I would ask my husband not to do, because I would not assume he would do it.
Like, I assume that everyone in relationships has these conversations about, like, strategy and that, like, you're not gonna, every time a girl sits by you, like, jump up and, like, have a bad social game. So I feel like, sure, like, yeah, I think, like, you could still be like a jealous person or like a not jealous person and want to like have those conversations. But I think so much of it, like, I guess Vince could argue he doesn't think he was flirting and Kelsey says like he's flirting. But it's like, for me, what would be the problem, whether we talked about it or not, is the sheer volume. You are always with this person. You seek out time with no other people in that house. When Morgan comes and whines to you, I need hammock time. Like, that is an intimate, emotional relationship. Maybe it's not something I asked you not to do before you left, but now that I've seen it, I cannot be with you. Like, that's it. You know, I think Vince is very stuck on like the rules that he did not break. And that's stupid. So obviously when we first saw the statistician video, it was on live feeds. But and Mary's Scandival heart should be, I am so thrilled by how they edited this with the math equations and equaling out to love. They said, oh no, we know what you're talking about. Yeah. And I guess Vince and Morgan could be like, oh, it's a bad edit because that's not what it was. Shut up. Yes, it was. Crazy. And then there was one pretty damning part, I don't remember, at the end where she says like, he said, it's very strong. Very strong. And I said,
yeah, that's not about Final 2.
Very strong feeling about Final 2.
I just truly, like, we're 2 days away,
Mm-hmm.
you know? I'm not counting down the days to someone winning Big Brother. I'm counting down the days to Vince and Morgan having to release apology statements to the world. I cannot fucking wait.
I know.
To
For
see
them to get
what
back
they
on their
scramble to
phones.
put together to apologize to this woman who has wasted 7 years of her life on a man with no fucking job, no fucking prospects, and about to be no fucking $750,000. And I can't wait to see what they have to scramble to put together to apologize to her in front of the entire fucking world.
That's true.
I can't. I'm so excited.
Morgan's is gonna say, "I'm so sorry, Kelsey."
This needs to be the new structure of Big Brother, actually, is putting shitty people on Big Brother and, like, watching them spiral into a, like, scandal. And they're stuck and they don't know how people are reacting. And we get to watch them come out of it.
It's so crazy.
Like, it's like, it reminds me of when what's her name? Bella and Nick had a showmance, and then he went to jury and he started dating Kat. And, like, Bella didn't know because she had been or either she knew because she didn't know because she had either been evicted before or she was still in the house or whatever. And they had to explain it to her. I was like, this is crazy, but, like, times 1,000.
Yeah.
And I hope she sues him.
Kelsey?
Yes. For embarrassing her on national television.
Because
they're giving her lots of evidence.
Yeah. Before I get to the next part, I've seen clips, spoilers. So after the live show, I've seen live feed clips of Ashley, like, Ashley said to Morgan, like, "I've always seen it. Y'all do this stuff." And then she said, "If y'all are dating in 3 months, I will not be shocked and no one will be shocked." And Morgan was kind of like, and Ashley was like, "I'm just being honest." And she said, "It's not just from your perspective. Like, I think I see it from him too." But Morgan was just like, and just like, she just kept saying, like, "That's my dog," or whatever it is.
I hate when she says that.
Okay. So my thought about Vince realizing he could be single. Anyone who does not have a guilty conscience, when they saw that their girlfriend wasn't the one on their family videos, I don't think they would immediately assume that they have been dumped.
Right.
Now, of course, Vince knows what he's been up to. He knows what he's been saying to Morgan, and he's nervous, but he also had already not gotten a letter from her in his last HOH. I don't know if, like, most of his letters were from her and then this one wasn't, or if he's never gotten one from her and he was starting to worry. But he didn't get a letter from her. And then his parents, he didn't say this, but I would have flagged it. His parents said, like, "Your family and friends love you." And I feel like if, like, Billy were missing from the video, I would expect that mom and dad would say, like, we miss you, Billy misses you, like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Would name your partner.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe he flagged that, and he's thinking, like, why has Kelsey gone radio silent? But he knows why Kelsey's gone radio silent. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
I am.
Like, as someone who doesn't cheat on their partner, when my husband, like, says things to me and I read too much into them, it's never that I wonder if he thinks I'm cheating on him.
Oh, sure.
Because I'm not. And so, like, the fact that that's your first question is, does Kelsey think I'm cheating on her? Does America think I'm cheating on her? It should tell you something. And
it's like, even in that moment,
if a robot comes to you and says, "We think you're cheating on her," you need to get the fucking hint.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they did this whole, like, right after Zingbot left, they did this whole, like, guess we can't hug. Guess we can't do whatever. And then Vince is like, no, we can. And I get it. They're still just thinking like it's an easy thing to make fun of. We have a physical connection, but Kelsey, you'll get it or whatever. But like, you continued, and now you're mad that your girlfriend doesn't want to be on. And you could have, at any one of those red flags, you could have said, I need to step back. When people said it in the house, you could have said, I need to step back. When Zingbot said it, when you didn't get a letter, like every single time, you could stop. You could still stop. And you're not stopping. Because and like you said, he's in love. But it's also, I think, he's feeling like, maybe it's not a guilty conscience. Maybe it's like an eager conscience. He's like, oh, maybe Kelsey dumped me. So now I can just focus on Morgan.
Because they dumped me. I also, though, like, they deserve each other. They are fucking insufferable human beings.
Unemployed and e-girl? Oh my god.
Oh my god. Like, I guess we can't touch. Also, I wanted to say this earlier about Love Island Games. Andrina is so fucking annoying.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say hot.
She is, but
I like her. Maybe I'll change my mind. But I like her.
She's just so over the top about everything. I can't stand her laughing. I know that's not her real laugh.
Oh, she does have like 10 of them, which is not a great sign.
Yeah. I don't like there was one where her man was like in a challenge and she like fell on the ground and was like, oh my god, like no, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? She's annoying.
Okay, back to another annoying. So the other day I ranked my favorites, and I ranked how I thought they were doing their games, playing their games, and Morgan was my last. And then in that same episode, I said, wait a second, my whole list is like, I hate women. And like, let me rethink this. And now Morgan's obviously the best one there. So, I'm starting to believe that Morgan really, truly was just throwing all of the comps pre-jury. Because Jesus fucking Christ, you cannot stop her now.
Yeah.
This is crazy. And
Yeah, I know, I agree with that. Have you seen like people who think that Rachel is the mastermind?
No.
Okay, so people think that Rachel is the mastermind. I don't know what they think that means.
Yeah.
But they like speculate that it must be her. But also, speaking of Rachel, how fucking crazy is it that America got into an uproar, a tizzy, over how Rachel was eliminated, and then they said, run it back, get somebody out in an hour. Bye, Keanu.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, I have to tell you something crazy. Billy loved the twist that got Rachel out. He was like, this is so riveting. Like, I love this so much. People are only mad because it's Rachel. Like, but it's such a good twist. We watched Keanu leave, and Billy said, I'm so fucking done watching this game. And I'm like, Billy!
I also like, what was I gonna say? Oh, I was telling Sammy, I said, what is happening that they are like rushing this game to end? Like, they have this random eviction, then they have the double eviction, then they send someone home within an hour so they can have 2 evictions in 1 week. And I'm like, how did they get so off schedule that they are just pushing people out of the house?
Yeah.
At this point.
I don't know.
Like, I don't understand what is happening. And it's like why are we suffering because you can't plan right?
Yeah, true. Okay. I have to ask, do you think this has been a good season?
Yes.
Do you think it was a good cast?
Yes.
Yeah. I hate where we've ended up.
What I wanted.
Well, sure. Like, gameplay wise, I kind of hate where we've ended up, like with these three, but I liked this season. Billy keeps saying this season is so good. And I was like, I don't know, people like hate this season, but also their ratings are through the roof.
Right. Like
You want to know why? Because of Vorgan.
I think
Caitlin
that
Bristow is posting. I'm like, this
True.
is crazy.
Like I watched this season and I think like Keanu could come back for an All Stars.
Sure.
Morgan could come back for an All Stars. Lauren could come back for an All Stars. Like there are so many people that like really truly like played their asses off.
Yeah.
That like you know, there's some
Kelly
seasons where
come
it's
back,
just so
she wins
fucking
a lot.
boring.
Yeah.
And like you're like, why are y'all here? Like you were clearly like sought out by production. Oh, I wanted to ask you about did you watch last night's episode?
Yes.
Morgan talking about Ava?
Okay, I had already seen it. I had already seen it on a live feed. I saw her say that, which it must have been to Vince, because when she said it that night after the live eviction, I think he said like,
he said, I think we're still live.
Yeah, and Ashley said he's right. But yeah, so I don't remember what it was in the first live feed that she was saying. It was something specific. Like I got a text about a girl named Ava being an alternate. I think maybe she was saying she thought she was like the assassin or something from the beginning. Or what was the thing?
I didn't see that part. The other live feed. I just saw
what happened. The season though. What was at the beginning of the season? There was an assassin or something? It was Amy?
The assistant.
To the mastermind.
Mastermind, yeah.
Yeah, I think she was trying to say like accomplice. I think she was trying to say in the live feeds that maybe it was Ava because she was being texted about her being an alternate.
But also like I was kind of shocked that they didn't like cut to the fish. Because that's like so like talking about production.
Or like Julie saying anything.
Right, like who was texting you that there was an alternate? Like who are you talking about having this discussion with? Because sounds like production.
Yeah.
And that's messy.
Yeah.
And like
I feel like there's no way she didn't know they were still live.
I mean, like, what if Morgan's the mastermind and this has all been a plot and she actually doesn't give two shits about Vince and she's just trying to fuck up everyone's life?
I'm like, is she trying to make sure Ava doesn't win America's Favorite Player or something?
I don't know. And
that like sucks for Ava to hear. I mean, not that she didn't know, but
like also like I am getting really tired of seeing people on the internet say that everyone's coming for Morgan because she's a woman and blah blah blah, and like they're like and like Morgan's a fucking mean girl. She's 34 years old and she spent way too much fucking time bullying a 22-year-old, like actually being mean to Lauren. And the second Ava leaves the house, she's got shit to say about her. To the degree that she doesn't even realize she's got a fucking hot mic still going and is just immediately ready to talk shit about Ava. And like, that's a mean girl.
Yeah, it's true.
That was crazy.
Yeah. All right, this short episode has gotten long. So moving on to, we're getting so close, it's almost showgirl time. Yay. Mary's so excited.
Yes.
If you're on audio, you literally got nothing. Well, then we gotta wrap this up, Queen. So, okay. Starting off with lots of news about her and her man. A man was recently arrested after breaking onto Travis and thus Taylor's Kansas property in order to serve her with deposition papers related to the Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively case. The court had just denied Baldoni's request to depose Taylor, but then this person jumped their fence and attempted to deliver the papers anyway. He was charged with trespassing. He says he was just doing his job as a PI. Girl, you know that your job is to serve people papers without trespassing and breaking and entering.
Yeah, jumping over a fence is crazy.
It's a gated community and a gated property.
Right.
That's a lot of hurdles, babe. Also, Taylor Stalker, who she has gotten a 5-year restraining order against, has gone missing. The PI that she has hired to find him, follow him, whatever, can't find him. Yeah. Which helps us understand why she rolled up to one of the Chiefs games behind a bulletproof wall.
Yeah, stop saying she's pregnant.
Never mind.
What?
Nothing. Can't talk about it on the internet.
Why is she pregnant?
No.
Oh.
Oh, and really, like, she hasn't attended any other games, I don't think. So, like,
yeah,
that's probably why. Plus, can you imagine that your stalker is on the loose and then some random man jumps onto your property? And, sir?
Yeah.
Trav, the NFL has fined Travis about $14,000 for
crazy.
chump change.
The idea that could be a fine for a sport is crazy.
Well, okay. So it was for unsportsmanlike conduct after making an obscene gesture, is what they said. I looked at this video, and I guess it's him juggling his balls. Taylor.
That's funny.
I have the ick. I was like, he could just be like being a gorilla. I don't know.
Have y'all seen Jim Crazy? That's some good shit right there. No, I'm sorry. That's kind of funny.
Whatever.
Not $14,000 funny.
He didn't even score. Like, why are you juggling your balls? You're like in the middle of the field. Whatever.
I saw a TikTok the other day, and this man was like, he said, I cut a woman off in traffic, and instead of giving me the middle finger, she looked me in my eyes and went, and he said, and that hurt me. I was like, that's funny.
Go to YouTube, guys. So Travis is also under fire because he and his teammates wore shirts while they were warming up for a game that said "Free 4," referencing their teammate who is currently suspended following some criminal charges. Rashee Rice was arrested following a high-speed crash that led to the hospitalization of 2 people. He was racing his friend on the expressway, going 120 miles an hour in a 70. He crashed into the center median wall, and 4 other vehicles also crashed, and then he fled the scene. He owes the victims over $1 million, pled guilty, served 30 days in jail, and is now on a 5-year probation. But the NFL and the Chiefs did not punish him last football season. I don't know why. Don't know. But he now has a 6-game suspension this season, and his teammates sported these shirts before a game. One of the victim's attorneys, he had a lot to say, but my favorite was he said, "Talk is cheap, and so are T-shirts." It's not good.
Yeah. This happened when we were in high school. It's like some kids we went to high school with.
I was like, no, this happened in 2024.
No. This happened when we were in high school. These kids that we went to high school with had like a shootout at the McDonald's, and like I think one of them shot at a cop and went to prison, and people made shirts that said "Free him," and we talked about it then, and I'll say it again now. There are so many things that people, especially Black men, which I hate to assume that Rashee Rice is.
He is.
But especially Black men are incarcerated for that are bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
However.
And they should be freed.
Yes. However.
Mm-hmm.
He did do this.
Mm-hmm.
It is bad.
Mm-hmm.
It is against the law. And
harmful.
Therefore, he should have consequences.
Yeah.
We can't say free everyone just because we like them.
Yeah.
You know? I think like we make a lot of jokes about Taylor Swift in a getaway car committing vehicular manslaughter, but if we knew for a fact she did it, I hate to admit, I don't think the two of us would be wearing free Taylor shirts.
No.
Like you know, like you gotta have some kind of cognitive dissonance between like my friend and you can't mow people down in the street and drive away and keep your job.
Right.
You already didn't go to prison.
Yeah.
You know?
And
he's free.
Yeah. Yeah. Free him from y'all are into the third game.
He is literally free.
Yeah. I also like I want to be able to view him as his own person. And I mean I do because he's more flawed than her, of course. But I just if all of the Chiefs want to wear those shirts, fine. But Taylor Swift's fiance does not need to be doing that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Travis. The standard is different. Did Taylor know that you packed that shirt? And did she know the whole story? Because me and her need to have a chat. You have got this PR on lock, and this man, he's watch him.
Tree Payne actually doesn't give two shits about Ed.
Come on. Yeah, Dad.
Yeah, she is now very concerned about Travis.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
The human exclamation point is turning into a human question mark.
Yeah. Speaking of the NFL, Taylor Swift will not be playing the Super Bowl.
Which leads us to believe that the 47 hints must be an indication that she voted for Donald Trump.
Liar. They wanted her to perform for free because artists perform the Super Bowl halftime show for no money, but for exposure. I bet she said exposure for who?
Right.
Excuse me? And that she wouldn't own the rights to the performance footage.
Y'all should have fucking known.
Yeah, what?
She would say no to that.
I know.
Do you know what like half of her career is?
Yeah.
Built upon?
Yeah. What if her hints were like, I'm not doing the halftime show? Fuck them.
I have questions.
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit different.
About what's gonna happen. I love Adele.
Mm-hmm.
Truly. I don't understand what she's gonna be doing.
Standing?
Right.
What if she brings out Benson Boone?
It's just him doing flips.
Right? He'll be the active part.
He's the fast pace, and she's like, turning tables, and he's like, turning me.
No. He's like, how many tables can I turn? And he's actually flipping over tables.
And then the Jonas Brothers come out and they say, oh, well, how the turntables. And then Benson Boone jumps off of the table they're turning.
And then it's actually Camp Rock 3 is the halftime show.
Yeah.
It's great.
I'm excited for Camp Rock 3.
Call us.
What?
I did my phone like this. Okay. Now, let's get into some girl talk. Enough about boys in sports. See? He's dragging us down. Sorry, Trav. I would like to try to have me and Mary at least get some footage of our album reactions. Otherwise, you will have to wait 2 whole weeks before you hear any of our thoughts. I will be going to the release party in theaters. Woo, woo, woo. I wonder if there's going to be, like, popcorn and cups.
I know. Somebody said, like, oh, great, now we have to fight over popcorn buckets again. I was like, ooh, I'm going to get another planter.
Me? That's what I was thinking. Heck yeah. Okay, we're being told to expect an absolute media blitz. So far, we've just gotten a variant blitz. So far, Taylor is confirmed to be going on the Graham Norton show on release day, and then on Jimmy Fallon on October 6th. We did get some more details of the tracks. We got the lengths and whether or not they're labeled explicit. So 8 out of 12 of them are marked explicit. Rock on. Opalite is not one of them. Wood is the shortest song. I think that's intriguing. And Eldest Daughter is the longest because you're old.
Because we got a lot to say.
And then
why this episode is so long, because the eldest daughter won't shut the fuck up.
I was gonna say she's very tired, but it don't stop the yapping. But now I'm gonna actually ask for your opinion. So I asked you to prepare some predictions.
Oh, I forgot to do it.
For the album. Mary did not come prepared today. Let me just tell you.
But I can do it. Hold on. I pull up the track list.
We're gonna give some predictions in a few categories. We have certified banger.
To be fair, I didn't realize it was for the episode.
Yeah.
When you sent it to me.
Yes. Okay. Categories are, we have certified banger / best dance song. We have biggest tearjerker. We have most iconic bridge. We have most relatable, most quoted, most surprising lyrics. What do you think is going to be the number one hit? And what is your favorite going to be?
Okay.
You want to go first or me?
Me.
Okay.
Go through all of them, or we go back and forth?
Well, we can go back and forth.
Do I have to pick a different song for each one?
Nope.
Okay. Certified banger, I think, will be Wishlist.
That's what I put.
Or The Life of a Showgirl.
Okay.
Travis says Opalite. Banger.
Travis says he dances to Opalite, but I'm not getting the vibes yet, so.
I would say banger, Wishlist, dance song, Life of a Showgirl, because Sabrina Carpenter's on there.
Sure. Very dancey.
I think biggest tearjerker will be Eldest Daughter.
Mm-hmm. That's what I picked. Mostly just because it's track 5, but
yeah. Most iconic bridge I think would be Father Figure.
Okay. I put actually romantic. It seems like maybe it would give like a ramble. I love a rambly bridge where she's just like can't stop talking.
I'm thinking like of like Were You Sent by Someone.
Sure. Yeah.
And I feel like he'd come for Father Figure.
Sure.
Most relatable I think will be Canceled.
Okay, I put Eldest Daughter. Range.
Most quoted I think will be Opalite or actually Romantic.
Okay, I put Canceled. I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping, is that it's going to be most quoted.
Most surprising lyrics, I think, will be Elizabeth Taylor, because I have no fucking idea.
I put Wood because I have no fucking idea.
And which one is the single? Eldest Daughter?
The Fate of Ophelia.
Oh, that's right. Most surprising lyrics.
Didn't you just answer that?
Did I?
Yeah.
Yes. Number one hit, I think, will be Opalite.
I put Life of a Showgirl. I just think that a Sabrina song is going to be such a hit.
I think my favorite is going to be Life of a Showgirl.
Okay. I think my favorite is going to be Canceled. Woo! Okay.
That makes sense.
We'll see how we fare.
Yeah.
All right, we've made it, guys. Thanks for yapping with us. That was very off the cuff. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Your hand looks so tiny right then.
Thanks.
Look like one of those tiny hands. And I